The new CookieNoRookie cloak is now available at the Bad Lion store. Use the code COOKIE for 10% off.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's CookieNoRookie, and today I got another video for you guys. So today we're going to be talking about dungeons. Dungeons, you ask? What about dungeons? Dungeons has been out forever. What's new with dungeons? Yeah, well, everyone's running mage, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. I mean, let's be real. There are way too many mages running in dungeons, and this is my chance to sort of expose some things and teach you guys a few things about running. Maybe you want to run tank, and you still want to do DPS and help clear rooms. Basically, you can run a mage setup as a tank and still do a ton of damage in dungeons, as well as getting a lot of rooms cleared very fast, so it can help your team out. While not running mage, you're able to level up your tank skill and help level up your tank if that's what you plan on running in later floors. There's way too many mages nowadays. I don't see a lot of tanks, berserkers, and whatnot. So here's my mage tank setup, I guess you want to say. So I'm still running adaptive, as you can see, just 5-star adaptive, and it's really good armor to get, as well as with the new collection and boss collection, you're able to get a couple things like adaptive leggings, adaptive chest plate, recombobulators, and it's really good. It's also very easy to get the other loot. So for example, the helmet and boots, it's not that expensive, to be honest with you. You could easily grind that from farming cane in a day. It's super easy to just get those pieces, but I did want to show you guys a couple examples of what I mean with how good running tank mage is. So I am using a bonzo staff that is 5-star and ultimate wise. All you need is a bonzo staff with ultimate wise 5 on it, and obviously star it up to 5-star if possible. You don't need any of the other enchants as well. It's basically just there for show, pretty much. It's nothing crazy. You're not going to be knifing with this weapon. You're only using it for its item ability, which is really good, as well as a pigman sword with ultimate wise is also very good while running tank mage. It's not just for mages. You can run it as a tank, and it does help you as well because the item ability does give you 50 defense for 5 seconds whenever you do use the ability, and when you spam it next to a very strong boss, you get a ton of defense and take little to no damage in the current floor 3 that is out. So that's also very cool. And I'll just give you some other examples of what I run with as well, and that's an aspect of the end with ultimate wise on it, just so it's like 20 mana in dungeons to run and use. A voodoo doll and a ornate zombie sword. Ultimate wise on this too would be pretty good as well. I just haven't done it yet. But keep in mind, I am using a sheep pet. The sheep pet in dungeons is disgusting, and this is something you would want to run as well if you're doing the tank mage build that I'm currently running. It increases your total mana while in dungeons by 25%, as well as just giving you a lot of intelligence too. So I'm gonna have our buddies put us into a dungeon run, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I mean by like how much health we can get defense wise. It's not that crazy, but like I said, when you're spamming pigman sword, it is pretty nuts, as well as the intelligence we get from running Bazaar on every single talisman we have. So we do get that intelligence buff, as well as the HP buff, which is nice. And you guys can see we can get a ton of HP and a ton of mana running this setup right now. So I'm going to have them queue us up in a floor 3, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean. All right, so as you can see, I am using the tank. When you load into dungeons, it'll give you the different classes you can run, and we are selecting tank just to show you guys how good it is. You can see my mana is already at 4,300, and we already have 4k health. We just come into rooms and just clear shit automatically. It's honestly disgusting. So if I can go ahead and find an archaeologist or a shadow assassin and show you guys what I mean with the pigman ability, it's really good. But look at this, full room, right? Cleared. It's cleared. The room's cleared. Done. It's going to be a Skeletor dead. You know, this setup is really OP. I mean, you can see the damage we're doing with barely little to no buffs with blessings and all that. So it's super, super nice. Let's go ahead and just run to the other room quickly. Look, Skeletor, dead. And right here, this is a perfect, and I mean perfect room to show you what I mean with how OP Pigman actually is. So if you look at my defense right now, it's at 1422, so 1422 defense. And if we go ahead and just start spamming the Pigman ability, you can see how much defense we're actually gaining here. We're up to almost 5,000 defense, almost 6,000 there for a second. That's insane. But this Midas is dead. I mean, look at it. Dunzo. We didn't get the drop on it, unfortunately, but that was a very good example to show you. Still running tank, can still take the boss fights like a champ, no problem. It's no issue at all. So it is a really good setup. And I'm gonna clear a couple rooms, hopefully, for you guys can see how much damage we can do. As you guys can see, I let all the bosses spawn in, and I'm gonna just drop down, use Pigman. We've got almost 6,000 mana to work with as a tank, and we're at 6,000 HP, 7,000 now with the blessing. Once we get all the blessings, we should have around 8,000, and then if inhumanly used wish as well, we would get a ton of HP. I'm going to show you guys as well, but let's just clear this out quickly. So basically, I'm going to just spam Pigman sword, and all the bosses are basically dead. As a tank, I just soloed the boss room pretty much like a mage, and it was just super easy to do. So we get these blessings, and now we have almost 8,000 HP, which is disgusting, as well as 1,700 defense and 5,700 mana. So I'm gonna give you guys an update once we go through to the blood room, and we'll get max stats when inhumanly uses wish on us, and I'm also gonna melt the boss as well. Yeah, so you can see when he wishes with absorption hearts, we get 12,422 HP, which is not the highest. I've gone up to 14k, so I mean, even with that, but you can see we just demolished the guardians. There's no, it's just too easy. And running tank mage is nice because I am running tank, so I'll be able to level up my tank as well as just get a good amount of DPS and help the team clear the dungeon very fast. So as you can see, we're gonna let our mana buff up here, and then we're gonna pre-Pigman, and you guys will see how fast this boss will actually be. Dead. That's with a regular mage and myself running tank mage. And you guys are worried about the mana. With Bazaar everything, we get 5,797 mana, which is a lot to work with, as well as the health buff as well I was talking about. Hey, and we got a recombobulator on this run. That's hilarious. I wasn't expecting that, boys. That's a nice sight. And it's funny, boys, because we did end up getting a recombobulator recording this video, which was super cool. That's the recording luck we like to see. And I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully we see more players running tank instead of mage. It would just be cool to see, as well as creating a little diversity in all the parties with all the frickin' mages out there, dude. Let's chill with the mages, boys, okay? Alrighty then. I hope you guys liked the video, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.